Have you ever wondered if there's a secret to actually achieving your biggest goals? Well, today, we're going to dive into a timeless story that reveals a pretty surprising truth. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for your success is to just be quiet about it.
But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever had this brilliant idea, right? A new goal, a new project, and the very first thing you do is tell everybody? It feels great, doesn't it? Getting all that excitement and praise. Well, today's story is all about why that feeling might be the very thing holding you back.
So, our story kicks off with this young boy who, honestly, is a lot like most of us. He had a habit that was really getting in the way of him achieving pretty much anything.
And here's what it was. The second an idea popped into his head, he didn't start working on it. Nope, he started talking about it. He would announce his grand plans to anyone who listened, and you could just see him getting lost in the idea of success, soaking up all the praise for a victory he hadn't even started fighting for yet.
This all came to a head with one particularly huge dream. A dream that started with a genuine spark of inspiration, but, you guessed it, ended up as just a cloud of empty words.
So one day, the boy sees a poultry farm, and this light bulb just goes off over his head. I can do that, he thinks. I've even got the perfect piece of land for it. That night, he doesn't do any research. He doesn't sketch out a plan. He just dreams. He imagines the money, the respect, the amazing life he's going to have. But in the real world, not a single stone has been laid. Not one. So what's the very first thing he does the next morning? He runs out into the village and basically shouts from the rooftops, "I'm starting a poultry farm. In 1 year, I'm going to be a great man." He was hunting for that instant gratification, that round of applause for just having the idea. And would you just look at how fast this all fell apart? For the first 2 days, he's the town hero, talking a big game. Then reality sets in. He does a little bit of research and realizes, whoa, this is hard work. By day 10, the whole dream is in the trash. And by day 15, all that praise from the villagers, it's turned into mockery. His big announcement had become a very public failure.
So feeling completely dejected and pretty ashamed, the boy has this chance encounter that changes absolutely everything. This is the real turning point, where he finally learns the lesson of the 2 seeds.
He's just sitting under a tree, totally discouraged, when a wise old man finds him. And the boy, he just confesses everything. He says, "I get so excited about things. I tell everyone my big plans, and then I just can't seem to finish anything." Now the old man, he listens very patiently, and then he sets up this simple but brilliant little experiment. He gives the boy 2 seeds. The first one, he says, "I want you to plant this quietly in the courtyard. No big deal, no announcement." But the second seed, they take that one to the market. They show it to everybody, proclaiming, "Look at this! This tiny seed is going to become a magnificent tree." And then they go back and just leave that seed sitting out in the open on a stone. A few weeks go by, and the boy comes back to see what happened. The difference is it's night and day. The seed that was planted in silence had sprouted into a healthy, strong little plant. It had been working quietly underground away from all the noise. And the second seed, the one they announced to the world, it was totally shattered, picked apart by birds. Its potential was completely destroyed because it was left out in the open. The old man looks at the boy, and he just shares this simple, profound piece of wisdom from the experiment. He says, "Dreams are fulfilled, not by announcing them, but by working on them quietly." Okay, so this isn't just a nice little story. It's a really powerful psychological principle that you can actually apply to your own life right now. See, the boy fell into a trap that psychologists sometimes call premature proclamation. When you announce your goal, your brain gets this little chemical reward, a hit of dopamine, that makes you feel like you've already done something. That social pat on the back kind of tricks your mind and actually lowers your motivation to do the real hard work. It's wild, right? Just like the old man explained, while the world was busy being noisy with its markets and its opinions and all its distractions, that first seed was protected. It was safe, underground, in the quiet, focused on just one thing: growing. So how do we become more like that first seed? Well, first, you got to protect your idea. Let it get strong inside you before you show it to the world. Second, work in silence. Don't just talk about what you're going to do, be about it. Third, you have to be patient. Real growth takes time. And finally, just let your results speak for themselves. Let them emerge naturally when they're ready. And this brings us to the final and maybe the most powerful part of this whole lesson. It's all about changing how we think about being seen and heard.
I mean, really think about it. A seed doesn't sit there in the dirt and shout, "Hey everyone, look at me, I'm going to be a giant tree." No way. It just quietly, patiently, and relentlessly does the work of becoming one. And our goals? They deserve that same quiet, focused dedication.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. When the tree of your hard work finally grows tall and strong, you're not going to need to send out a press release. You won't have to shout about what you've done. The world will just see it. They'll come looking for the shaded casts and the fruited bears. So let your success, and only your success, make all the noise for you.